So let's fast forward to the future, and Bitcoin has failed. How did it fail?
I think it fails through irrelevance. Like it fails to be relevant to people on a daily basis. If it just ends up being store value and nothing more, I don't think it gains relevance at all. I think it has to be payments for it to be relevant on the everyday. Otherwise, it's just something you kind of buy and forget and only use in emergency situations or when you want to get liquid again. So I think if it doesn't transition to payments and find that everyday use case, it just gets increasingly irrelevant.
How are you guys doing? This is Ryan. Welcome back to the channel. This is a video I've wanted to make for a while, and that is my prediction that Jack Dorsey will be one of the first big players to become a Bcasher. So the clip I just played before, sounds just like my Bitcoin Cash friends, and that's a good thing, overall. If the way he speaks and the importance he knows that Bitcoin must be payments, and it must be payments even more than for the reason he thinks, but I'll get into that in a second. But let's play out the sides here. He's talking like he really understands that Bitcoin must be used as payments. Now, the first thing that you could say against me is, well, yeah, he owns companies like Square and Cash App. He's a custodian of money. So is he playing that hand? I don't think so. I think Jack is rather sincere in what he says. I saw he just came out with something that allows you to move your Bitcoins offline, and I think I've had mixed feelings with Jack over the years with him owning Twitter, but I do feel like he's sincere. He's made a lot of money, and I feel like this idea of understanding how important Bitcoin is as an idea, as a peer-to-peer cash system, I just believe him. Secondly, I think we're all going to become Bcashers one day, so that's another thing. And then thirdly, I think that Bitcoin could it slip into irrelevance? Maybe, but I think even more so, it's really important to understand that Bitcoin must be a cash system, or it's not a sustainable system. That's not the way Bitcoin's built. Bitcoin's not built to just be a store of value. It just doesn't work, right? You need miners to secure the chain, and you need lots of transactions to do so. And right now we have expensive Bitcoins with often empty blocks. It's a very broken system that once the inflation goes away, the whole thing falls apart. So the question is, can Bitcoin remain relevant enough, or can someone else dethrone it? And also I want to point out that Jack, I believe, is obviously an entrepreneur and more on the visionary side of things, where I think that's where a lot of people in Bitcoin Cash, I see a lot of visionary type behavior, and in BTC I see a lot of more people that are scared to break things, or scared. I see just a lot of limited mindsets, if you will. And through ossification, where Bitcoin's at right now, it is going to move towards irrelevance. And I don't think the people there in the community have strong enough vision to see how to get it to become a global phenomenon. And then something else I'd like to talk about is, I don't think Jack realizes what he's up against. So it's not only Core, right? Like Core wants ossified Bitcoin forever, and the Bitcoin Cash community wants peer-to-peer electronic cash and an innovative currency that can take over the world and bring humans the power of sovereign money and the ability to be your own bank. So I think it's even bigger than Core. I think Core is just a vessel that's been captured by people to make sure that Bitcoin does not overtake it. Bitcoin was hijacked by those people, and Core is just like the corporate face. They're the ones that can talk enough Bitcoin to make people that don't understand it believe them, and lead a less purposeful vision, where Bitcoin Cash is really the people's coin, the real free market money, and not the corporatist money that it looks like Bitcoin's becoming. So Jack, if you see this video, what are you waiting for? There's people in history that have seen this way before you, and you just haven't come to the conclusion now that you're not going to be able to change Bitcoin Core or BTC, whatever you want to call it. It's not Bitcoin. Others, came to this conclusion a lot sooner, in 2017 when the fork happened, and, many of the people the community that I work with. And then also, if you look at like the biggest name that was willing to push for what is right was, Roger Ver, and look how he's been treated. He's been persecuted by the state, and I really believe it has to do with his free market vision for the world. And Roger, if you see this video, we're all still behind you. We think you will still be out in a powerful force for peer-to-peer electronic cash. Roger is a very smart, influential person too. Someone else that plays in this equation is Elon Musk. Roger's mentioned he has spoken to Elon about peer-to-peer payments, and Elon is on board too with it too. He believes blocks must scale, and he's essentially a big blocker as well. So it's we need people with courage. There's a lot of conservative-minded people that like to play it safe, and that's not me. So if you like videos like this, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you want to follow the journey to peer-to-peer electronic cash, and let me know your thoughts about Jack. Do you think Jack is really speaking as a Bitcoin casher, or as a Bitcoin corer, or whatever they are, a store of value? He's definitely not speaking that language. And do you find him as genuine and someone that will sooner than later be here? I think everyone will be here, but certainly, when people like Jack move, a lot more resources move too, and hopefully you don't get bad baggage with it, right? Like, we're gonna get a lot more influential and powerful people in BCH, but BCH has a clear mission. If you want to do something else, there's several other coins to choose from. So if you're coming here now, it's you're believing in the vision, which is essentially tied to the white paper, but there's all the UTXO innovation that's happened over the last few years with cash tokens and VM limits, and I think it's officially announced now that the upgrades this year that are going in. There's going to be a hackathon in November. I'll be talking about that more on this channel, so if you're a developer that wants to get their hands dirty with the newest and latest innovative tech, stay tuned. So let me know what you think down in the comments below, and I'll see you guys in my next one.